Hey everyone, and welcome again to my audiovisual channel. I'm Gabriela Handal, a draftsman and the host of this show, A Conversation About Art. During each episode, I look for the meaning of art and beauty through conversations with colleagues in different artistic fields. Today, I bring you episode 32, and I will have this conversation with artist Bahrull Marta. If you'd like to support this podcast, liking and sharing this video is a great way to do it, and so is subscribing. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and enjoy the episode. Coming at you today with strong Angelina Jolie doing Lara Croft, because I have been learning how to French braid my hair, and she was like, I wanted her to have like a mohawk and stuff, and some interview thing she did or something, and she kind of does because her French braid starts all the way up here. Anyway, I wanted to mention that because you can barely see it. And you still can barely see it, but I want you to know that I have a French braid. You should trust me. Anyway, enjoy the episode. All right, here we go. So, Bahrull Marta, welcome to my podcast, A Conversation About Art. You are episode 32. Please tell our listeners and viewers who you are and what you do.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay. Good to see you again.
Yes, likewise.
I'm Bahrull Marta from Indonesia. I'm a visual artist. I wish I had a art background, in university, because but actually I don't have anything art background. So yeah, I started drawing, painting about 2008 or 2007.
Okay.
When I was in university, I guess. It was actually I like the first time is I'm into the photography. I'm
Photographic?
Photography. Yeah. First time I'm interested in photography, and then starting to explore more about the photo editing, photo manipulation, and yeah, and keep to explore like digital painting at first from the photo I took, and then yeah, so it's like I don't know, like how to survive during the university. I was working in the internet cafe. I was working in the internet cafe during the college, and at my free time, yeah, I'm like I said before, like I'm doing photography, and then starting searching from the internet, like some tutorial. Yeah, I just remember that if you know that myspace.com, MySpace era. Yes. Yeah. From there, MySpace, from Tumblr. So I search. I do a lot of research about this kind of say visual art. What is it? I mean, because the time when I was working in internet cafe, I have so much free time, and also my study is non related about art. I'm study about computer system, language program. It's all nothing to do with art. So I think beside that, I also have a different kind of hobby, which is photography, and working as a operator and internet cafe. I edit the photo with Photoshop digital software and kind like that. And start from there, I began to creating artwork from the photo I took into the manipulation, and then I start uploading to the internet. So yeah, I think that's the first time when okay, this is it. I think I should. Yeah, I like it. That's since there's a MySpace era and also in Tumblr to 2008, 7 or 8. So well, yeah, and then until now.
Okay, and then all right. So your first like interaction with visual art was with photography, and then manipulating it digitally in Photoshop. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So, but then in that case, at what point did you start painting with oil paint over paper, or like this more quote unquote traditional type painting? Was it after you started photography? Were you doing it before?
yeah. I think um, if I remember, I think at that time I use a lot of my photography and also stock photos. And I think why why uh, why not I'm making my own textures, because I I download from the internet about the free texture on the internet from the stock photo. I think it's good if I create my own stock photos, and then I'm starting to making my own texture, like with acrylic painting, also some inks. Also the time me with some friends, we make like small business screen print, and yeah. So it's like a random things, Gabby, but the point is, I know I have to explore this visual art kind. So bring my like hobbies to more serious thing to do. Yeah, since I have something to create my own painting, my own stock photo. It's like a coincidence. Like I don't have any skill of drawing or painting before, but it's like just happened, like it's a chaos, so I just made something like that. But oh yeah, I can see something inside my work. What is called it, pareidolia. Like you can see something creature, or it's I
Yeah,
think
okay.
it's pareidolia. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, did you start painting so that you could like make your own textures to then use in digital things? Like, was that part of the reason why you started painting?
Yeah. Yeah, I working between those, like from basically from traditional and digital. So it depends on what I want to do, but it's like mix between those, from painting. And I also in that moment, I know someone from Singapore that asked me to collaborate for working to produce an artwork for band, for album cover. Usually they use for album cover. So we provide service like digital layout, graphic design mostly, and artwork for their album. Yeah, because like I said, is since MySpace era, that's the beginning of my, my identity, I guess, as an album cover artist at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also aware that you've made several album covers, right? You made lots of those. Okay, so then have you been making those since you were doing your work in photography? Or is that like a recent thing?
Yeah, after the photography, I think after during my end of the university, I guess I met some friend in real life, and like, hey, he saw my artwork on MySpace that time. Can you, yeah, he asked me for, can you do photo manipulation, photo editing for my band? He said, okay, sure. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. And that's my first time seeing my name on the credits album. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Was it music that you liked?
Yes, it's mostly metal, death metal.
Nice. I mean, that's really what they look like. I mean, it looks like your work is perfect for those covers. The covers that you've posted look amazing, and they look like the music that you said. They look like metal. It's really great. Yeah. Okay, so do you still use photography and Photoshop? Do you still do it?
Not photography, but Photoshop. I'm still using mix between the traditional painting and digital artwork. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so then when you say digital artwork, does that mean that you take work that you painted and then you retouch that, then you do things to it digitally, or does that mean that you make something from zero digitally, or both?
Usually both.
Okay.
I create initially work on paper, and like 2, 3, or 4 papers. Then I took the scan and okay, let's see on the digital canvas, like which one I will choose which part I will use it. So it's like a collage. It's like a collage on the digital canvas. And if needed to paint on some part, so I'll do it. If just to create collage is enough for me, so it just be it. I mean, sometimes also I'm doing nothing I mean, just take the from paper, scan it, and then just 100% without digital change.
Okay. So what do you like about just painting over paper? What do you like about the analog media, and what do you like about digital media?
Okay. Of course, I'll answer the digital first, because the digital, you can have the undo feature.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the number one, the reason I think for mostly artists, so you can make no mistakes on the painting. But sorry, can you hear the notification here? But no,
No,
you can hear. Okay,
I can hear you just fine. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, And for the analog, I think it's like chaos. I feel like really into the medium when I working with the analog or traditional medium. I feel like, yeah, I'm like without boundaries. When I'm working, when I'm painting, get my hand dirty. Yeah, this is this is what I need. This is something that it's not it's not therapeutic. It's not therapeutic, but uh, how to say it? Like peace, maybe, like you find something, something like, yeah, you are into your zone, and that's it. You're working hours per hours, like, okay, can do it. Or but if the painting is not looks good or whatever, so I don't care much. But I love being in the process of the creating. I love being in the process of the creating artwork in traditional medium.
Okay, and so the this piece that you said you feel when you're working, like the being in the zone that you said you feel like you're in when you're working in analog media. Do you feel that as well in digital?
It's hard to say for me, but I think different feelings, I guess. But
Mm,
I'm more comfortable. I admit it. I'm more comfortable in traditional way.
really?
For me, yes.
Well, it's just that seems really interesting because from what I understood, you've been doing digital for longer, right?
Yes, I'm digital first. Like, I'm started as photography, digital manipulation.
Okay, so then why do you think you're more comfortable with the analog media even though you've been doing digital for longer?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
just I
yeah.
just feel I just feel I just feel right. Just it's not it's not like comparing which better. It's like it just like feel more way enjoy, or
Mm.
I feel more way enjoy creating in analog.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I don't think one is better. I don't think necessarily one is better than the other one,
Yes. Yeah.
because they do different things.
Yeah.
But I just find it interesting that um, you you feel more comfortable working with the medium that you more recently started using. I think that's interesting because, like, for me, it's the other way
Mm.
around. Like, for example, I started using charcoal um, very recently, but I've been using graphite my whole life, so I'm very comfortable with graphite still. And I mean, I like both just fine. They do different things for me, and I like them both just fine. But in terms of comfort and familiarity and
Mm.
uh, like just like how confident I feel with what I can do with graphite. I don't think I can say that I feel that confident with charcoal.
Mm.
Just because the way that I explain it is that because I have been using graphite for longer. So I mean that's my I don't who knows how this works for everyone. That's like my explanation that I've just been using it for
Mm.
longer.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so comfortable with it. So then what materials do you use when you paint with analog media? Because I mean, you said paint over paper, but
Mm.
do you? I mean, what materials do you like?
I
Is it
feel
is it is it
like,
oil paint? Is
mm,
it is it charcoal or just oil paint over paper?
it's usually I start with graphite or charcoal. So it's like it just I just take a random from my pencil box, like or charcoal or graphite. I don't care. But when I start to sketch, and then I'm pouring the oil paint with turpentine, with turpentine. Yeah. I'm start sketching until it looks good to me. So I leave it, and then I make another painting again.
Yeah.
So I just and after like one or two paint, and I'm back to the first one, and then start working. That's how my personal work going. Usually I'll use oil paint, and sometimes also mix with acrylic. So I mix oil and acrylic.
Okay. Wanted to ask you something just now. Oh, and you've also made drawings with ballpoint, right?
Ball paint?
With a pen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those I mean, is that even more recent? Because I feel like I haven't seen it as much as the oil paints.
Yeah, I have a lot of drawing like with pen actually. I'm surprised you remember I have
Yeah. Well, because I
like
like
work
them.
with pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I I like something something medium with sharp like pen or pencil. So but I do not um doing a lot anatomical drawing like you. I'm just like like I love drawing faces, face like eyes. I'm going with the shading or whatever. Yeah, it's sometimes I do work with pen. It's okay to me, but this my drawing, maybe I'm more confident to share my painting than my drawing. Said.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair, especially like again to the subject of familiarity. I mean, if one isn't, if you're not very familiar with something, then you might have to like practice more in order to kind of like develop that relationship with the
Yeah,
medium more, and then you'll kind of like find your, what that does for you, and then like it's a pretty interesting journey with the different mediums that one can use. Okay, so all right, so Mr. Marta, would you please tell me what is art in your opinion?
art. Yes, art, art for me is like, I don't know. It sounds like philosophical or not, but for me, art is something that mm, that can makes you feel feel comfort. You makes you feel Martin feel feel appreciate make you feel appreciate about diversity. Like diversity, because art is different, has so many style, have so many a lot of people doing art with from different aspect, different country. Yeah, you have to respect that, you have to appreciate that. So art for me, that something that makes you feel uh can appreciate the difference. Like, I mean, to when people try to express themselves with the art, so you have to appreciate that. I mean, you don't have to judge. You don't have to just because it's like the pure feeling from the human, from us, from people. Yeah, art is something that people has to appreciate between the relationship about the art and people itself.
Okay, so would you say then that, I mean, I'm trying to, I want to try to understand what you're saying. So I'll try to say it with my own words. So art helps everyone be aware of the multitude of ways of expressing ourselves, because the output of every person that makes art is so different. So then all the different ways of making art, it's like visual physical evidence
Mhm.
that everyone, no, it's visual physical evidence that everybody expresses themselves in a different way.
Yep.
Does that seem right?
It's yeah. That's what I'm. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay, so then, but then, so then when each person is trying to, what do you think they're trying to express? What do you think a person is doing when they make something? You know, like I mean, you know, when you're painting, what do you think you're doing? What does it feel like for you that you're doing?
Yeah, I feel like I know when I'm painting, like I think I know it's like some voice in my head, like like uh how to say it. I said is like I said voice in my head, like questioning something, like remembering some moments, or and yeah, it's like a chaos in my head, but uh you why why my head remember this, and why I have question, why I have this question. So it's like a loss in my mind when I'm painting. But when I said it's finished, the and again and the question is still there, still in my head, but I can release them, like yeah, I don't have a proper words about this, but something I can say, it's like a between a dialogue between the my on the medium and inside me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a I don't know, monologue or dialogue. It's something like that, I think.
Okay. And also, I wanted to ask you about the word chaos, because you didn't use the word chaos for photography or when you do digital things. You have only used it for when you paint, right?
Yep.
So why do you think there's chaos when you're painting and not when you're working in digital?
No, if for photography, I guess maybe at first I'm doing it as a hobby.
Mm.
I was like not, I mean, yeah, it's like a hobby. It's like my first my first time getting into how to understand about visual art, how to understand about the uh, composition, how to understand about the meanings of. I mean, like I feel like not um, the my work, my photo work is not it's not it's not get me into the that feeling. It's different with my uh, painting. Uh, it's it's something different when I working with painting. I don't know. Maybe I also have a strong memory or strong visual about like we talked about before. I'm working as for band for album cover, so that music also maybe yeah it's recorded in my memory. Yeah, so I feel like more more into the visual. I mean, into the painting than the my photography work at the beginning.
Okay. Um, okay, and I would like it if you talked a little more about the chaos
Chaos.
when you're painting. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what? So, I mean, all right, just give me a minute.
It's okay.
Because 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 okay, so what is chaos? The chaos is the opposite of order. It's the opposite of structure. It's unknown. It's scary. It's uncertain. Um, it might be dark. You can't see anything. You don't know. So like, I mean, I'm trying to like mm, I'm trying to like have it look like something now. So it's like if it's like completely dark, but then you don't know what is in the darkness because you can't see. So all right, yeah. So like I mean, I would like it if you talks to me a little bit more about chaos. Because you've used the term. So then, what is its role when you're painting? What role does it play when you're painting?
Yeah, the chaos itself is like for me it's like something questioning about life, about uh, my family, my relationship, uh, people, memories,
Uh-huh.
something like uh, you know the there is always yeah, maybe because I don't have art background. I don't know how to say, but when I cannot painting. That's why I'm painting. Yeah, I have I have words like that. I cannot painting. That's why I'm painting. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm painting. When I'm painting, that's that's chaos that you ask about is like something very very deep for me, deep in my head. Yeah, it's kind of really maybe every person is different, but but for me I get uh yeah I don't know how to say, but I get I have to paint because I have to questioning this because I have I have to hear I have to hear this. I have to like like dialogue or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
to meet not to meet, to get into my zone, my hour of work, to get into this moment. So the chaos itself, it's me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like sometimes I really, how to in fight with people, or with you, like when you can working slowly, like stable with your graphite,
Mm-hmm.
you really like enjoy. how how you do that? I mean, how do you do that? I mean, I'm trying to work like that, but I can work slowly, and then the next day working it again. It's for me, it's become stressful. I don't know why, but when when I when I'm working like with my way, I said, okay, let's do it. Let's just make some canvas or paper and just get sewing, and then start working or painting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I really I especially like what you have said a few times already about the dialogue. Because I refer to that as the internal dialogue, because
Oh yeah.
because I mean I'm aware that I'm kind of talking to myself, but in my head. Um,
Mm.
but and it's like, I mean, and I also think, because you also said the word monologue, I also think the word monologue is appropriate,
Mm.
because again, I'm basically talking to myself. And I mean, when I'm working on something, I'll be like, all right, this needs to be darker and this isn't smooth enough, and I'll start kind of like describing sort of what I need to do. And I mean, sometimes, like if I'm giving a class, or if I'm writing something on the subject, I refer to it as the internal dialogue, because it makes a lot of sense that it's present when an artist is making work, because verbal communication is one of the ways in which we resolve things, in regular quote unquote life, like when you have a conflict
Mm-hmm.
with another person, that's one of the ways in which you resolve an issue. You try to talk it out. So like when you're make or when I'm making a drawing, um essentially, and I mean, I'm sure you feel this way, or I think you might feel this way as well. Every decision, or you're basically problem solving the entire time. So then, in order to resolve that conflict or that problem or that issue, you do it on the paper, but you're talking to yourself, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm having this internal dialogue, trying to decipher what to do in the drawing in order to make it look the way I want it to look, or the way
Yeah.
that it's supposed to look,
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, I really like the idea of the internal dialogue, um, especially because I feel like some people like don't like it, because I mean, like you don't have to be an artist to have an internal dialogue. It's some people are like, oh my
Yeah.
god, the voices in my head or whatever, and it's like you're just talking to yourself. That's normal. It's okay. you know. So it's like I really enjoy the idea that I mean, I enjoy the fact that you acknowledge the internal dialogue within you when you're making work, because it's also a part of being human, like
Yeah.
also like the diversity stuff, that the different ways in which we express ourselves, like the act of expressing ourselves is constant in everyone. It's the same. It's like we all want to do it in some way, you know okay,
It's
go ahead, sorry.
yeah. I mean, like you said, you don't have to be an artist to
Mm-hmm.
have your the element. Yeah. Yeah, but when you are an artist, you have a lot more dialogue, I think. You have a lot more dialogue on your hands.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. You don't have to be an artist to have dialogue, but when you're artist, you have more dialogue.
Yes, probably. I believe that. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, in that case, Mr. Bahrull Marta, what is beauty in your opinion?
Beauty. It's like something can attract you, something can also something can make you like not feeling in there. I mean, when I see artwork or something like beauty, like I that thing take me, take me to to their to their how to say it? That thing take me to their zone or to their supposed to be. So if you so beauty is something that we can have it, I guess. Something that we cannot have it. For me, I don't know, when I see something like beauty or hear beauty, or yeah, usually that thing take me to somewhere they want to have me with that thing. You know what I mean. I'm sorry, my I have uh yeah, such a uh really hard to explain with the English, but uh yeah, beauty is something that you can have it. Like you have to you have to let them still you have to let them beauty, and you don't have to own it. You don't have to yeah, something that can take you to their supposed to be. What
Okay, so us, the person that is looking at something beautiful can't um can't like, because you said you can't have the beauty, so like you can't call it yours.
yeah,
but
I think
but
so.
but in that case, would you say that when you are looking at something beautiful, would you say then that the beautiful object or whatever you're looking at, would you say that in that moment it owns you?
Yes, that beauty owns me. That's what I am trying to say. Like uh attach to feel like attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's, if I see some beauty or know or hear some music, or wow, this is beauty. I mean, so yeah, me attached to the that beauty.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
but
Hmm?
for you personally, would you like to be able to own it, beauty? Like if you could, because I agree with you that one cannot hold on to or possess beauty, because say for example that I'm looking at something beautiful, it's like um it's kind of only while I'm looking at it, but even then it's like I can't, like I can't touch it, or I can't, like I can't make it a part of
Mm-hmm.
me or anything. Or like with music, for example, it's like maybe while I'm listening to it, But then when the song is over, it's like, all right, I don't have it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of forgot what I wanted to ask with that.
It's like a or something like moments. When you say you hear the music, the music is still playing. That moment you realize that, I mean, you attach to that zone, the time, as long as the music play, and maybe the music stop,
Mhm.
and it's slowly, the moment is slowly disappear, and as time goes by, and only memories, I think, the still you have still the memories, but not that moment again.
Yeah. It's okay. So the being in the presence of beauty is fleeting. It's like when you're listening to a song, it's like only for the duration of the song. I mean, like what you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it. It's like the song stopped and time keeps passing by, and then it's like, all right, I'm not witnessing the beauty anymore. It's over, and then the moment during which you were listening to the beauty is getting farther and farther. That was longer
Mm-hmm.
and longer ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All
For
right.
me, that, yeah,
Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
yeah. For me, that's uh, yeah. That's why if you want to say I want to own that beauty, I don't think so, because yeah, because that time we still have time. We have time that maybe something will change. Everything will change. So if you see beauty, if I see beauty, or if I hear, or if I know, I will just like to be in that, to be only in that moment. I mean, I don't want to like to own it, like, yeah, to own it. I just feeling, yeah,
Mhm.
just let it go, or something like that.
Mhm.
Not want to desire to own it, to have it. Just, yeah, just being go.
Okay. So do you think about beauty when you're making your work? I mean, like when you're making a painting, are you thinking that you want to make something beautiful? Like, is there a relationship between beauty and your work? Does beauty have a role in your work?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't think my artwork is beauty. It's
Okay.
I've heard some people say it's beauty. Okay, but yeah, thank you, but no, no. I mean, I really appreciate if someone said it's beauty, man, it's beauty, but it's what you see. It's my problems.
Uh-huh.
I like we talked before, like the questioning, that questioning, that dialogue, or and things like that. That what you see, it's something that I have to paint, that I have to let it go from me.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you ask, it's there is a role beauty in my art. For me, I don't think so. I don't have beauty in my art.
Mhm.
It's just my art. It's just my work. That's it.
Okay.
If people said that's beauty, or they like it, I really do appreciate.
Okay. No, that's perfectly fair. I mean, I just think it's interesting that there's been several artists that I've talked to so far, for the podcast, that have said that they're not thinking of that necessarily while they're making the work. And I'm not sure if like I myself can say that I am strictly thinking about beauty while I'm making something. Like I'm not, like the goal isn't necessarily to make something beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with you.
yeah. So like, it's just, I just want to enjoy what I'm looking at. I just,
Mm.
but at the same time, kind of like what you were saying earlier, it's like something about the thing looking how it's supposed to look, and then you're done with it. In
Yeah.
the sense that, you know, I guess that's kind of like part of that chaos that you were talking about also, because, um, the goal, like for me, so you can tell me if it's similar for you. The goal
Mm.
for me is to draw something. Like I have an image in mind and I want to have it on the paper. I want to see it with my own eyes. And so like while I'm drawing, I'm kind of looking for that in the drawing, and I'm just kind of trying to get the image to be accurate, and I want to enjoy looking at it, but at the same time it kind of is already supposed to look away. I mean, does
Mm.
that sound similar to what you're saying? I mean, it almost makes it sound like I am not taking decisions myself and I'm following instructions of something else. I hadn't thought about it
Mm.
necessarily that way before, but it kind of sounds that way, like when I say it out loud. So, I mean, what do you think about that? Is that similar for you, or very different for you when you're making something?
It's yeah, it's really interesting. Uh, I will talk about maybe my personal work, my personal
Mm-hmm.
painting,
Of
because
course.
uh, I also do some collaborating work with, like, that's different because there's two two ideas to compile. But
Mm-hmm.
when I do work personally, actually I'm I start painting when I don't want to paint. I don't know, it's like confusing. Like when I don't have proper time to painting, that time I have to paint, the time I have to work. So I have no sketch, I have no plane, I have no uh what I should paint, what I should draw, what I should make. So yeah, I think I just put up some paper and start sketching, and then painting. So the process, I mean, the process is like, it's like art. It's like art itself. uh, I mean, I can say I don't know where this work will will go, or this work will, how it looks. But I just, yeah, I just care about the process, the
Mm.
way the way the way I the way I touch my painting with my finger or with my brush. I want to make the nose little bit big, or let's make some skull in cheeks, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy that process. So, but how it looks later when it's finished, I don't think about. I don't think about that.
Mm.
I don't really think about that.
Okay. All right. Well, my good sir Bahrull Marta, we have reached the 50-minute mark.
Are you sure?
Um, yes, it's 52 minutes. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, that has been very enjoyable. Um, and I like these closing thoughts that you were saying just now, where you were describing your mental process. I mean, not just mental process, both, like the physical process of, um, that you don't have a plan. Which, I mean, it does remind me of what I was saying just now, about when I draw, because it's like, you don't start with a plan necessarily, you just want to draw something, but then at the same time, it is done at a certain moment. Like it
Yes.
looks the way it's supposed to do at some point.
I can relate to that. Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's like mysteriously deterministic in a way. And I feel like it's really good balance for the chaos that you were talking about. Because to have a balance of the chaos with like a deterministic end, because so when the drawing is done, you basically found something that you were looking for.
Yeah.
Right. So like now that part of the chaos is known and it isn't chaos anymore in a way, because you know what it looks like, sort of.
Because it's yeah. Because you said I think it's finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, yeah, I really like those closing thoughts about that path that you take when you make some of your fantastic paintings. So, Bahrull, please tell our viewers and listeners what you're up to lately, where your work can be found. Do you have any projects? Are there any more album covers that you're working on recently, or do you also? And yes, don't forget about saying where your work can be found.
Yeah. Recently, I still have I think one or two album covers going on, but I'm still work in progress. I don't know it's in progress or not because I'm just still like put some black color on the paper. Yeah. Let's say just a work in progress.
Okay.
and then and also make I paint like every day, I guess, like maybe 1 or 2 days. Recently I create much from painting and on cardboard with new material. I'm trying something new with cardboard. Yeah. Also, let's say, and you can find my painting, my artwork in my website, bahrullmarta.com, and also from my Instagram or Twitter.
You have Twitter as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's excellent. All those links are going to be in the show notes for anyone that's interested, and I think you should be interested because Bahrull's work is awesome. So thank you, Bahrull, for joining me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you for your words. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Feel free to let Bahrull and I know what you think of this conversation in the comment section. I also invite you to subscribe to my audiovisual channel because more of these conversations are coming. I also invite you to like this video and share it with any and all pertinent individuals. If you want to support Bahrull, myself, this podcast, or all three, the link will be in the video description. So see you next time, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.